piimaga see ei nagu ei lähe laiali, asi jääb põhja lihtsalt.
Well, that is an incredibly good shot. That really is.
What a fabulous pot that was. How significant will it be in this decider?
Well, I don't know how significant it'll be because that shot.
Mis see Sullivan teeb?
But it was a most wonderful shot on the red I think you'll ever see in a deciding frame for a match. He didn't play that very well for O'Sullivan. He got low on the cue ball and the cue ball went in and out of the bunch and back down the table.
Right, no, you bring me a lawyer.
He's annoyed with himself.
Why I don't get in lawyer?
He stunned it, and usually he's the master of that shot.
Don't fuck my brain.
Very rare would he end up where he is
Red to
now.
left middle, väga hea.
Just got a bit low on the cue ball, I think.
Mida ta üritas teha, ma ei saa aru.
Pumping perhaps.
Ei, nüüd oleks see kuradi alumine vasakus nurk ilusti läinud ju. Safety just ju. What? No.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 8.
Kõige sitem ei ole ju. Kähku kiuga nina nokkima.
Sullivan trying to retrieve the situation with a very tough pot on the red. Wasn't to be. He's still cross with. Split the bunch. On nothing.
Päris City Eagle peab olema. Jep. Tal on easy safe. Musta safe. Nüüd Ronnie lööb selle vasakult teise ülesse.
Their 24th meeting in all, and the 8th time that they've needed a deciding frame to determine the victor. Selby having won 4 of those deciders to O'Sullivan's 3.
Kuulge kommentaatorid, sul on.
Now he's got to be very worried about this red. I don't know if it's going to go all the way down the table, but that can happen on that shot. He definitely was a little concerned, but it stopped short.
Kui tal mustale jääb üldse.
Well, now what? Now that does change things. Players cannot afford to take any undue risks now. The red going over the pocket, which was not planned.
Ennem oleks olnud selle vasakult üleval korda safety teha.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if this all ended in a re-rack, you know. It's not impossible. How could you take any risks here? The way they're both playing, one mistake or one gamble would mean potentially that that's your lot, you've lost. And now the red's over the pocket. Is he thinking about taking a real gamble here and playing a double to the right middle?
räägib mingi vend doubles to right
Very
middle.
risky if he plays it. Can't fault the fact that he played a brave shot there. He's left anything easy, but he's left O'Sullivan with potentially an attacking shot.
Saaks küll jah. aga no nahhui.
Great atmosphere. A huge
Räme
crowd,
mingi
but they're all transfixed on this.
pool küüntil ju nahhui.
Absolute silence in here. Very tense.
Ronil on väga hea loogika. Käppa ei anna, aga sama laua peal, kus teine vend mängib.
And if nothing else, he's cleared the red away. I don't know whether he feels that there's something that he's left. I mean, as far as plants go, this is very difficult. If the red was hanging over the top right, it's different, but it wasn't.
Safety peale jälle.
So it could well be that a safety
Yeah,
battle
safety
determines the outcome of this match. Red's going up at the wrong end and being
Türa, kuidas
Massively
vana
spread
paneb.
for whoever gets him first.
Mine vittu.
Yeah, what Selby did very well there is he got the cue ball underneath this cushion, right under it. So Sullivan can't play any sort of a screw shot to get the cue ball back there. All he can do is drop into the reds. So that was very good. You don't really think about O'Sullivan playing those shots. He's had to play 2 or 3 complete nothing shots, but with no other option available.
Jep, kudi.
Selby keeping the pressure on by keeping O'Sullivan glued to that top cushion.
Well, is he going for this pot?
Ja mina ta peab kiu taga
To
otsaga.
the top left pocket, I think. That was tough. Maybe his patience ran out.
What a shot to take on, tight to the cushion. Very, very tough red. What's the damage?
Jep, keegi on.
Could be significant. First blood to Selby then in this decider.
Aga üks vend räägib, et võtsi küll. I'm playing $50 heads up, but I can't concentrate. Ma küsin, et sit and go või? Jep. Turbo, hyper, mis asi? No regular. Mingi admin, porat, Saktijev. Ma küsin, kas cash game või kuradi asi? 50, but just heads up. No turbo. Viies. Viies up.
Well, he's got there. on that red in the middle, but for a while it was in some doubt, I
ma
thought.
jõbistan natuke.
It's a golden chance. I mean, you really couldn't ask for the balls to be better placed. The number of reds in the middle of the table, there's not a safe ball on the entire table. And he earned this chance by putting O'Sullivan in a lot of problems. Enough shots right under the cushion, under the black cushion. He had no way of keep playing safe. I thought he'd go for one, and it was very difficult.
11.
And it could be his last shot.
$16. $17, yeah.
O'Sullivan went all out for victory with that attempted very tough long red from tight to the cushion. Of course, he'd previously knocked in a brilliant red and then lost position in going into the bunch.
Well, that's not perfect.
Not
He's on a red,
perfect.
but with awkward cueing. The one in the middle is he's very close
24.
to. And there is a glimmer of hope now for O'Sullivan. Didn't seem likely to break down, but that last shot has not gone very well.
It's not just the pod, is it? He needs to get position as well.
Well, he's got a choice of 3 reds here, and they're all quite difficult. The one that he's closest to now that he's looking at, well, it could easily go wrong. The one in the middle, again, very close to it.
mingi vend Twitch chatis on, ui, türa küll. Nüüd oli mingi vend, shut the fuck
I've
up.
been here before.
Oh.
Over a minute on this, but I completely understand why. Because this is different. This is very difficult. That is a fabulous shot. That is almost a stun shot.
Twitch'il kellelgi pole adblocki, pole fuck off ads. Türa, mis kukevitu kari siin on koos. Ui,
32.
pikk, ma ei saa panna, ma siin kuradi 30 sekki peab ootama.
33.
Ander Marko, You are a Marko. Seda ei pea midagi arutamagi, keegi on niikuinii.
Well, this match is not over yet, but it just could be. And straight away I'm thinking, when are we going to see Ronnie O'Sullivan play his next match? It's not going to be until sometime in February. Not playing in the Masters, and he's not playing in the qualifiers of 2 European events. So if he goes out today, that's the last you'll see of him for a while.
41.
He certainly played a full part in making this tournament a memorable one, O'Sullivan. producing some fabulous snooker. Is it going to be in vain today?
46.
The red he took on was mighty difficult and high risk. But had he got it, we'd have been congratulating him on a brilliant pressure pot, which could well have led to a match-winning break for him. Didn't really get close in the end, but cueing was so awkward, so much at stake on that shot.
$47.
And Mark Selby gradually inching his way towards the winning line. And he's had to repel a lot from O'Sullivan today. 3 centuries, some brilliant safety on both sides. It's been a wonderful match between two of the greats of the game.
$50. $51.
Hello, nigga.
Well, such a big area to play the cue ball into.
I dip up shit up again and it's
55. He's got to keep his concentration up here.
Get it raw, get it raw.
Assume he's won.
56.
It feels like he's on the brink.
On the
Great
brink.
match. O'Sullivan with 3 centuries.
Get hyper.
Selby with 1 in the opening frame, but this break has been as important as any that he's made for quite some time.
62.
And the retrieving shot that he played when he was badly hampered, which could have gone wrong, was the key to this break. Cued it brilliantly.
63.
And that has enabled him to go on to be on the cusp of victory.
Oh.
Well, he's missed the black. There's only 51 left.
Mark Selby, 63.
Ja,
Was that just
Ronnie
a lapse of
O'Sullivan
concentration in feeling he was over the line?
no kuule, läheb vistib seda
Was
kohtunikku.
the final piece of the jigsaw, wasn't it?
Vana võiks 2 sekki mõelda ka, mida ta laseb ju.
Only 1 snooker to tie.
Mingi
Maybe
räige
another
kiire venal
twist in this
kuhugi.
tail.
Well, it's not impossible. 2 reds and blacks first and foremost. And it's deliberately played on that red because, of course, the other red, if he plays on the black, should get a snooker behind the green.
Nine.
It looks cast iron
Tuleb
to get one.
kahte snuukst vaja.
Whether it's good enough that Selby will miss it, I don't know, because he doesn't miss many snookers.
De Wunderwaffe.
16.
So there's 1 snooker to tie with the red and the black and all the colours.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Ja, lastig.
Fair enough. It's not a simple snooker to hit, in fact. Blocked off the left
Blokkis
side of
vasaku
the
ära.
table. Interesting.
Go on, son.
A little shake of the head from Mark Selby as he came back to the table, knowing that this is a self-inflicted predicament. Missed an easy black off its spot when perhaps there was just a letdown in concentration, thinking the job was done.
Well, he might just go 1 cushion here, and simply because that way he won't leave a free ball. He may not be doing that, but he won't be taking any undue risks here. Yeah, just 1
Mingi vennad
cushion.
pani kohe, what the fuck is he doing?
He's missed it, so now O'Sullivan can tie the frame, but there was a lot of thought about missing it there on that shot, I can tell you.
Kui ta oleks pihta läinud, ta oleks päris hästi jäänud.
It's almost like he played the cue ball just past the red.
There's a tie, yeah. Just the most mango.
Well, that's another good shot. And that's the red has bounced away. Which means there's room around the back of it, but I think it's a fairly regulation hit, one cushion. I mean, he tried to hit the last snooker, don't get me wrong, of course he did. But there was a lot in the knowledge that should he miss it, he wasn't leaving a free ball or anything like that, or even leaving the red to pot. Good shot.
So 35 O'Sullivan's deficit in this final frame. 35 on. Mark Selby knows he should already be in the studio with Andy answering questions about his upcoming semi-final.
Oof.
Oh, he could have done without that kiss on the green, goodness me.
That is so unlucky. It really is, because he played it well. I thought that looked a certainty to be a snooker. Selby just pots this, and even if the worst happened, he went in off, it wouldn't matter so much.
Well, that is ill luck, isn't it? It really is.
Yeah, it was a bit unfortunate there.
And Mark Selby is congratulated by Ronnie O'Sullivan. There was very nearly a twist in the tail, but what a match we've seen there. Snooker of the highest class, potting, break building, safety.
There's a good snooker at the highest class.
It absolutely lived up to its billing, and it's Mark Selby who has prevailed by the odd frame. He has knocked out Ronnie O'Sullivan. He's through to the semi-finals of the Scottish Open by 5 frames to 4.
It's all about haircut, boys.